Good morning, everybody. Here we are. I don't know. Write in. Let us know your comments. I need to do a new entry video for this episode. There we go. I like that. Yeah. All right. We're working on it. We have a producer.
Yay. Hi, Sam.
Hi, Dale.
Dale, let me introduce you first. We also have a co-host. The co-host is Mr. Dale Cipperley. I'm artist Chuck Whelon. I draw pictures. I do drawings. I'm currently, in this current series, we're drawing 20-minute canvases. And I've been somehow managing to cover 3 20-minute canvases in the space of 2 hours. So does that make sense? I guess, I like to delay a bit at the beginning because I'm like, I don't really want to have to do this again. It's a Saturday morning. It's Saturday afternoon in some places of the world. It's the middle of the night in others. But here in beautiful, sunny San Francisco, California, it's a very beautiful morning. And I have some more blank canvases. And, I start up with a warm-up. And, our producer is Charles Jr., a.k.a.
Hello.
Sam. There he is. Hello. I guess he's listening in.
Yeah.
Well, one way to secure another viewer. So, anything we need to talk about? Anything in the news? We haven't been very good about talking about like topical news in cartooning.
Yes. Well, what's happening this week?
We didn't mention the passing of a couple of notable figures in cartooning, including Trina Robbins, who I met a few times over the years. She passed a few weeks ago now. I met her most recently at the East Bay Comic-Con earlier this year, and she was very bright and perky. And she really liked my jacket. I had a jacket I bought from Punk Majesty SF at the Fallout SF Gallery last year, or like around Christmas time. I think I bought that jacket, which people might have seen me in that and about. She definitely liked my jacket. And Steve Leola came by. He came by separately. He liked my art too. He was enjoying my Urfspace stuff. So, he really liked the Instagirls drawing. Actually, the sort of things that I'm doing on this show here. I love their work, and it's very sad about Trina. I don't know how she died.
She had a stroke earlier in the year after we saw her at the convention.
Oh no! Oh.
And she never recovered from that. I saw her at the East Bay Comic-Con, which was a nice little con. I was surprised on how good it was. Oh, we have some messages. Tina says, hello, lads. And Chris dropped in to say, Dale and Chuck. And he's asking, damn, why so morbid? I just showed up.
Sorry to hit you with that so early in the morning. Yes, sorry, viewers. Yes, so that was a little sad news, and also cartoonist Ed Piscor, who I've been watching his shows on YouTube. He was doing he was an amazing cartoonist. I was like, he was one of those guys who's like, that's a lovely style that I would really like to be able to draw.
The thing he's most noted for was the Hip Hop Family Tree.
The Hip Hop Family Tree. And he had some other project, I believe, that he had just finished. And, he was like, becoming a bit of an internet celebrity because he was doing a great job of hosting an interview show.
Yeah.
He's one of those shows that's like, well, if I'm going to even bother having an interview show.
Cartoonist Kayfabe, or I don't know.
Kayfabe. I think it's cartoonist Kayfabe.
Kayfabe. Yeah, it was a good show.
With his partner, Jim Rugg, who also a fantastic artist. So those were two good artists whose work I admire, and they were doing a podcast a YouTube show, and they were interviewing some pretty good people. I watched a number of their interviews, They were great interviews, and I mean, it's really difficult. It's like it's really a very sad thing, and people, you've got to reach out, and I talk a lot about the John Ronson's work. He's a writer I like. One of his more recent books was "So You've Been Publicly Shamed," which is all about how we brought back internet shaming on steroids. Or shaming. Like, shaming was banned in the 1700s for being the most cruel kind of punishment. The Scarlet Letter and all that sort of thing. That was deemed to be a pretty cruel thing. And it was really deemed to be a worse kind of punishment than any other punishment. So it was banned. It was outlawed everywhere. The Nazis brought it back a bit. They were big into shaming people. So it's just one of those things, like shaming people. Shame on you.
No one likes to be blacklisted. And Chris is reminding us that your obituary show is the best way to start a Saturday, and he spelled Saturday, ending it with a Z because he's hip. And then he said, as a comment to what we were talking about, and Dangerous Liaisons, which is a really good movie. And he says China loves it now. I assume he's referring to shaming. Yeah, the internet has costs. It's not just all cat pictures and free porn. It has the internet has problems. But I do feel bad about Trina, because I would see her often at Cartoon Art Museum events, and I would be bug-eyed and go, "Oh my God, it's Trina Robbins!" And I saw Steve at the East Bay Comic-Con, and I spoke with him for a while, and he did some wonderful sketches in the sketchbooks I bought from him, reproduction, the sketchbooks. And I was going to talk to Trina, but she had a line of people there, and I thought, oh, well, I'll see her at the Cartoon Art Museum. And yeah. So, guys, just take from this, whenever you see someone who's your hero, don't wait till next time. Make the effort to see them. And, that's why I'm here with Chuck every Saturday. I know one day Chuck's going to step out in front of a bus, and I just want to be able to say, "Oh, I was there for Chuck." Also, I want his stuff. I want Chuck's stuff. When Chuck pegs out, I want his library, and the Groove figure, and the Judge Dredd figure. I want that.
Oh yes. One of my prized possessions. All right, well, that's looking at me. I don't know if this is gonna. I've got a different tripod.
It says Chuck rocks, and Bruce Rayburn has joined us.
Bruce! All right, Bruce. Bruce of Charm World.
For some painting.
Charm World are friends of the show. They're one of our Urfspace bands on the Future Sounds of Urfspace, signed to the Planet Earth.
And Emma's here. I'm trying to find where I could find the link on Facebook to share. Is it on Urfspace?
Yes. Bruce, make sure to post in the comments there where everyone can see your shows, any shows you have upcoming.
I see it.
And that's a good time to mention that we're going to be on the radio again on May 20th on KXSF Radio in San Francisco, which will be, it's been declared by DJ Dynamat, it's declared Earth Day. So not Earth Day, I think we already had that, but on Earth Day. On Earth Day, we're going to have, Charm World, Supersonic Symbiotic, and Amy Carr will be with us as well. She's my singing friend. Now, that's a range of different musical styles I'm going to be bringing into the studio, and I'm not sure who else wants to sign up for it, but you know, you can definitely, everybody can listen in, and that should be very fun. And we'll have more news on that as it goes. And also, I don't know, like you can check now on YouTube. There's the Roxy Roller video show. I think producer is that ready? Is that publicly viewable, or is that just for us?
That's just for us right now. I can play the intro if we want, just to give a little taste of what's coming.
Yes. All right. Yes. Play the. Okay. We'll have a little video now while I sip my coffee and try and figure out and set up my canvas here. Yes. All right. So yeah, we're going to play. This was a show that we did this week, with Roxy Roller, a friend of mine and friend of the show, and he lives in the Haight-Ashbury on the corner of Haight and Clayton, up on the top there, and he's been doing a show in the evening, like sort of about once a month, which I think he started in the pandemic, called the Haight Street Sessions, where they've been having bands in the living room and broadcasting them out, but it hasn't been that well produced, and like neither is this show. So we had that in common with our shows. But we thought maybe let's get together and try and do something a little more well produced. We did one. It's very basic. We're going to see if we can do a better one maybe in a couple of weeks. But we had a fantastic band on who were called Half Rotten Goddess. They were very, very talented. Listening back, like number one thing we have to do for the next show is improve the sound quality. But Half Rotten Goddess is there. It's a fun interview. It's a fun show. It's a sort of trial show. And, we're going to see if we can improve on that week in week. We're not doing it every week just yet. Not sure where that will go. But, maybe one day it will collide with this show. And Dale will just end up a segment. This show will be one of those shows will be a segment on the other show.
I just wake up and sign on. Do whatever you want.
All right. So, are you ready to play that then?
Yeah, I'm ready. All right, we're going to play the intro.
Ooh, comments.
And the intro starts in now.
And now, coming to you live from San Francisco's Haight-Ashbury, the Roxy Roller Radio Show.
And we're back.
That was all that already. That was quick. All right. I don't know. I have to.
You haven't set up your palette at all, have you?
What's that?
You haven't set up your palette at all.
I've got some water in a jar.
God.
I've got some paints. I've got some paint sticks.
Okay. How many minutes are you allowed to set up your palette for the art competition?
That at least 10 minutes.
Okay. Let's remind our viewers why we're here.
Yeah, when you do that, while I look at some reference.
Okay. Chuck is preparing, in case he is invited, to join what's called an art battle, where a number of artists will be placed on a dais or whatever it's pronounced, a stage, at easels, each with the same size canvas, and they will have 20 minutes to create a piece of art. And they have options of what art materials to use, and it's performance art, but then the paintings are then judged by judges in the audience. So what we're doing right now is training Chuck physically and mentally to be able to do this. And this should be battle conditions, exactly the same as the art battle is going to take place in. And does he use the same size canvases? Does he do it battle conditions? No. So that's why I'm here to harangue him mercilessly, so he eventually does. And you're not listening to me at all, are you, Chuck?
I am listening. I'm just picking out some pictures to draw here.
Now, when Chuck says reference, that means he's able for the show to print out photographs or other drawings that he can look at while he is working. Does Chuck do this? No. He just looks it up on his iPad, which is against the rules. And no matter.
Okay, but I really don't see. I mean, maybe you're right, but I don't see that.
I
as
am
a major
absolutely right.
But that's just that's just on the practicalities of the day. I mean, this is this is now. That's then.
Yeah, it's also laziness because we just get up around 9:45 and roll into this show. Oh, while we have been yelling at each other, Chris has made a few comments. So let me go back. Okay. Bruce Rayburn had asked what he had missed on the show. We talked a little about the late Trina Robbins, how awesome she was, and we miss her. And Ed Piskor, if I pronounced that right, and what a tragedy his death was, how unnecessary it was. And Emma says hello to Tina. Tina says
Emma.
Hi to Emma. Chris says Earth Day on Earth Day would have been even better. Move over planet. Says best super spreader event all pandemic. Roxy roller show. Where are the comments on the stream? No see. Our producer Sam will be bringing up comments as he sees fit, or I'll be reading them off. Bruce Rayburn says Charm World is playing at the Ivy Room Wednesday, May 1st. Come and see us. We go on at 6:30. Bruce says hi to Tina. Chris says they need to put our funny comments and your promos in the stream. Chris says, where's the technical director? Sam's in his lair.
You can't bring the chat up. Here we go.
Chris says, when Chuck can snatch the overpriced pen from Dale's hand, it is time for him to leave. I should have left a long time ago, Chris. And Tina says, hi, Chris, and hi, Bruce, with some clappy emojis. I haven't used an overpriced pen in a while. I need to clean my fountain pen. I have to find my fountain pens and clean them. Are you still working on Goodman Games stuff right now, Chuck?
Yeah, I did have some Goodman Games pieces I wanted to show you.
Yes, Chris, I do know it was a reference from the TV show Kung Fu with David Carradine, where he has to snatch the pebble from the hand of his master. I am culturally literate. I'm a huge fan of David Carradine. David Carradine is one of the stars in one of the greatest movies ever made. So there's Zardoz, and then below Zardoz, there's Circle of Iron with David Carradine, and it's on I think it's on Tubi for free. So if you've never seen Circle of Iron, it's one of the greatest kung fu movies made in Israel of all time.
Well, thank you for that information. All right, I think I'm ready to go here.
Wow, is that a regulation size canvas, Chuck? Wait, I gotta set up the timer.
No, I'm doing what we talked about last week, where I'm starting with the smaller one. I'm going to work my way up. This is my warm-up one.
Do you want me to time it?
I'll do a timer.
Yeah, we need a timer. Let me have a last sip of coffee.
Nice. I don't have to set a timer.
Sorry, I just got to find a YouTube video with the timer.
All right, everybody ready?
I'm ready.
I'm not.
1 second.
All right. Okay.
Our favorite 20-minute timer video. And I don't think we need both of these. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do the thing where we turn off you and turn off. Wait.
Can
I don't want this one to be the main one. Wait,
Yeah,
don't
okay.
start.
Okay,
Why are you starting?
Okay. Wait. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. You don't need the other me in there at all. Actually,
Wait,
you know how to drag it from one window to the
Dale,
other?
if you turn off your video, then well, like, could you turn off your video so we could have the best audio quality or video quality for Dad? There we go. Okay, ready?
Sam, call him Chuck because it sounds more professional on the show.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
For those of you just turning in, Chuck is starting his drawing using a Sharpie pen because that will not be smeared by the paint that will go over it. This is one of the things that Chuck had to figure out for the art battle, which is what materials to use so that you can have a legible professional image in just 20 minutes. And this is a canvas board, which is smaller than what Chuck would need to work on for the art battle.
Yeah, this is just a warm-up.
Lots of people don't realize that drawing is a sport and you do need to warm up before you draw. Chuck, do you do anything to warm up before you do an illustration, like for Goodman Games? Do you like working your sketchbook at all? And Chris is saying, "You can do it, Chuck." Yep. Bruce says that Sam's voice sounds just like Chris's. Is that Goldie Hawn?
No.
Well.
But, my Mrs. Tina looks a bit like Goldie Hawn, so then I think Goldie Hawn, like, sometimes a lot of my characters end up looking a bit like that.
Oh, that. Well, when the camera comes back onto me, I have a surprise for you. It's going to be show and tell time.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Sabri and I went up to Berkeley and we hit Dark Carnival and the Escapist Comics. Probably one of the best comic book stores in the Bay Area.
Oh, yeah?
You ever been over there?
No.
Really?
I don't really go to, like, comic shops much.
I could have swore you've been there.
Where? Or maybe I have. I don't know. I don't remember where I've been. Where are you talking about?
The Escapist in Berkeley. It's not the downtown. It's up in the hills. But it's next to a sci-fi bookstore called Dark Carnival. Well, sci-fi, fantasy, and mystery.
I heard of Dark Carnival.
Okay.
All right. Well, it's just a bit.
Ooh, the big fat marker comes out.
Yeah.
wonder if people still do marker drawings like they used to in the 80s, now that
Yeah.
it's digital.
Yeah, I remember doing that a bit when I first was in San Francisco.
What, did you have Pantone markers?
Yeah, I did some work for a company where I was doing some things like marker drawings.
We had big racks of it was Pantone and put them in Sharp Pack markers at Flax when I was selling art supplies. The best was when Pantone came out with a little airbrush holder for their markers, so you could use them as airbrushes.
All right. Hopefully end up a little cuter. All right, now my next bit is I do something with
Color?
like a rag or something. I don't have a rag. Okay. I'll just have to scrunch
We do this show every Saturday.
I know, but it's like all week. I'm like, I've got plenty of time to get ready for it. But then Friday, there's like a bazillion things to do. And it looks like it's all ready. But then when I actually sit down, I'm not. Yeah. But the trick is I should do it every day. But unfortunately, I have to do other things. So here we are. All right. No excuses. We are just going to get on and do it.
Okay.
No problem.
At some point, I'm going to have to come up there once a week just to set up for Saturday for you because you won't do it.
Oh, a question for the viewers. Let's see what colours should we use today. I'll use one I haven't used much. Oh, that's a very bright orange.
Ooh, what's the pigment? Is it cadmium orange?
It is cadmium-free orange.
Cadmium-free orange. Okay, so it's ersatz cadmium. It's a cadmium hue.
Orange. I definitely like the purple.
Chris has just described our show. It's like Dale is Chuck's inner voice of doubt and fear.
So no, you definitely.
Actually, Chris, we like to think that I'm like Burgess Meredith, and Chuck is Sylvester Stallone in Rocky, and I'm here to call him a bum to make him just train harder, which he isn't.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to use some blue, and well, I don't have a date, and unfortunately, I missed the actual art battle semi-final this week, so I'm a bit terrible.
Oh, I thought you were going to go.
I was, but we were doing the Roxy Roller radio show, and I was still thinking I was going to go along afterwards, but by the time I remembered, it was too late, and I'd forgotten about it.
Do you know if it was recorded and put online?
What's that?
Do you know if the semifinal was recorded and placed online or uploaded somewhere?
Probably, yes. Yeah, I tried to find it.
Yeah, we need to find that because
probably a bit soon.
You need to study what the winners did so that you can steal.
So I can nail them?
You need to find out what the common denominator for the winners are. You know, is it your performance? Is it the painting? Is it how you're dressed?
Oh yeah. Well, I know. I'm meant to get along there, so I'm a bit annoyed. All right.
Because you're not going to be there. You're not going to be there like a bum in your t-shirt. You're going to have to dress up for it. And Chris is agreeing with me. Yes, steal the best stuff. Chris is suggesting maybe you need some coveralls. I was thinking that he needs to go full.
My apron. I have my apron. I'm not wearing it.
Yeah.
I'll have to grab it.
Because you're unprepared.
Yeah.
I want you to wear a big afro wig and go full Bob Ross.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I admire and respect Bob Ross. He was somebody who was very badly treated. Like, oh my God. Did you watch the documentary about him?
No, I didn't want to get depressed. Eventually, one day I will. I do remember that they marketed the hell out of them, and I don't think he got anything from that. You would go
Yeah,
to
the people were the company that got hold of him as a property really screwed him over.
and we have someone
And it
named
really
Certified
destroyed
Lover.
him, actually.
We have someone named Certified Lover Boy saying, "Hey, Broseph." Broseph
Hey, Broseph.
spelled Broseph. Chris said,
What's happening, my bro?
Chris says, I learned that paint thinner is toxic from Bob Ross. Yeah, it's also written on the side of the can, Chris.
Did you get an overdose of paint thinner?
Yeah, all kids should read Artist Beware. Yeah, that's why I worked. That's why a lot of us at San Jose State worked in acrylics. We didn't dig the paint thinner, and a lot of illustrators at the time, were, like Michael Whelon, were working in acrylics.
Yeah.
So all the kids were learning acrylics, and they all got airbrushes, and now it's all digital. I really should get some turpentine from the art supply store and take the cap off when I work on my computer, just to pretend I'm an art student again. Okay, so Chuck, you're using a flat?
Yeah, I quite like this flat brush. I mean, it's not completely flat, slightly rounded. Like last time you told me that if it's not a flat, then it's a filbert.
Oh, is that filbert?
I'm a little confused about that at this point.
Filbert has a different end. The bristles are cut in kind of a smiley face or a frown. And that's so that you have soft edges. A flat will give you a hard edged brush stroke. Chris is pointing out that you do have the advantage of hangovers when you use solvents. And Certified Lover Boy says, I quite like the aftertaste myself, smooth as well.
Well, yeah, okay. I mean, I don't advise drinking solvents, but if that's the demographic this show's appealing to, then go ahead.
I'm trying to remember the name. My buddy Jordan and I, this is years ago, we went down to LA for an airbrush class, and I forget the name of the artist. He was hot at the time. He's working for Budweiser and the Air Force and for Paramount Pictures. He was an illustrator, did this hyper real illustration, and he was just like a master at color. And at the time, I had a Pache Turbo airbrush, one of the ones that Pache made that was driven by an air turbine. And we would get drunk every night at the hotel, and the whole class was hungover. And I would start using this airbrush that sounded like a dentist drill. And they all wanted to kill me because the noise just went right through your head when you have a hangover. I miss that brush.
And there are a lot of people who want to kill you.
Most of my friends do, yeah. I know you do.
No, I don't at all.
Yeah. Chris is pointing out he likes the pupils. Yeah, that's one thing we should talk about is
my stylistic choice to do dot pupils, because I just don't really like it when I don't. I don't. This is just problem of my life. Sorry.
Larger pupils usually indicate more interest. Chris says 200 stars. Is this OnlyFans? I wouldn't know.
Oh yeah, I get stars. I get you can on Facebook. You can give me stars. I don't really know how it works, but I did get. We do get stars. Yeah.
And our buddy Amber is here. Good morning, Amber.
Oh, Amber, yes, and everybody, don't forget Amber's got her Philo show tonight at 6.
Yes.
Well, I think of it as like our sister show.
6 p.m. Pacific. I love the Philo show. I just have to remember to show up. Amber Amber draws a comic strip in real time called Philo, based on suggestions from the viewers. And she and her pal Robin, God, I hope I remember the name right, Robin, chat while Amber draws the strip. And it's fun to watch it happen in real time. She's working digitally in Clip Studio Paint.
Well, see, look, I've got plenty of time on this one. It's because last week you had me doing things in 10 and short bursts. Like I'm done with this one, and there's 4 minutes left.
Well, then just stop.
Is that call it art battle that you finish like 5 minutes and then you're just like, well, I guess I'm.
This is a 20-minute piece, Amber. We're at about, well, you can see on the screen about 4 minutes. Chuck and I got fighting last week, and I had him do things in small amounts. Chris is saying that you can use the extra time to go work the crowd, and that's a good idea. Oh, and Emma says that it's a beautiful piece. Chris has a point. You are going to have to work the crowd.
Yes. All right. I think that's definitely my best warm-up drawing that I've done.
I don't think he's going to have time to meet the fans, Chris. Chris thinks you can meet your fans in that 4 minutes. I think the best you can do is like the rock star thing, where you go to the crowd and like slap hands with them. Now, Chuck, we talked last time about you doing work for the art battle without reference, that you would just cartoon and not use a photo to do a portrait. Have you given any thought to that?
I have been thinking about that. Hang on, get this white going in.
Have you been thinking about it and ignoring me, like you would with the markers and using a rag, until you realized I was right?
What's the date today?
27th of April, 4/27/24. He signed it, Chris. The signature is going to be the flare that he does at the end of the 20 minutes.
So I have to know what date it is.
Yeah, you'll need to know what date it is for the show. You need to write it on the reference that you use.
Put that on my list of things to remember. All right. Well, she was a bit of an easy one. That's why I did that first. That was
Yes, you can have a close up now, Chris. Okay. That's a warm up. Now go burn it.
all right.
Okay. Thanks, Sam.
Well, my warm-ups have definitely been getting better.
All right. Do you think that has something to do with practice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's also thanks to you, Dale. Like you've been helping me hone a technique, a methodology of working, as it were.
Now we've changed the subject. Have you thought about using your imagination versus reference?
Yes. Okay. Sorry. That's a good question. Yeah, there's different like results. Like imagination is helped a lot with reference. Oh wait, the timer's about to go. All right. Well, thanks everybody. I did it.
And Emma made a comment about Sam's use of sound effects.
Very
I set a
good.
timer. I didn't trust Sam.
All right. Well, I'm happy with that.
Dale, do you want to put your video back on for now?
Sure, why not? We can do show and tell.
Oh,
Guess
yeah,
what I found when I was in Berkeley at the Escapist Comics?
Okay. Hang on. Oh, that's amazing. That's why. That's why you were saying you were sure I'd been there. That's old. That's an old first edition. I didn't know there were any of
Let's
those
see
still
what
out there.
date it is.
What's that?
Let's see what date it is. I can't find a date. I haven't opened this since I got it. This was published by Wingnut Games. 2003. Yes. This thing is 21 years old.
I guess it's been there for a while then.
It can drink. It's so old.
It's almost as old as me.
Wow. You were both made at the same time, Sam. One of the cool things about Escapist Comics up in Berkeley, besides their amazing selection, is they have a table that has local artists and stuff that's dropped off by artists, little fanzine type things. And it's something you don't normally see in comic book shops. You see it once in a while, like Atlantis. For a while, it had kids' self-made comics. But I do recommend going to Escapist in Berkeley to check that table out. And that's where I found this. They had a couple copies of it, and I picked it up, and the clerk said, "Oh yeah, some guy dropped that off here," and I just started laughing because I know Chuck. They were impressed that I knew you, so I blew the dust off of this and bought it.
Wait, they said somebody dropped it off there?
So I was explaining to our viewers that Escapist is fun because they have a table of stuff you would see at cons or people's zines. And I saw it and I started laughing, and the clerk came over and said, "Oh yeah, someone just dropped those off there sometime in the past." And I started laughing because, oh yeah, I know this guy. So I blew the dust off it and bought it.
That's very nice of you. Yeah, well, yeah, it wasn't a big seller. I mean, there were some copies that got out there, like Aldo Gihosi of Wingnut Games, who are like he runs a big distribution service for like games and stuff. So that was he'd done a book of cartoons, so he was sort of he wanted it in that format, similar to this other book of cartoons that he did. And he did well enough with that one. We did a second one and then a third one, which got through the original sort of story arc.
I was surprised it was in
They,
black
they,
and
they
white.
were out there in the early 90s, but he wouldn't do them in color. I mean, yeah, so. But that was the only publication I could find for it at the time.
Well, I'm dragging my butt up there to see you so I can get it autographed.
Yeah, I can't really remember. I guess I must have been like trying to find someone, and he'd published this other book, and probably approached him about it. After that, I decided to do it myself. Look, here's the new editions. This would be the newer version of that book, as available now on Amazon and in color.
Well, I can't just come up there and give you some bucks.
Oh yeah. For these, yes, you can. Yeah.
All right. I think
there's that one. That's the first one. Like I got these again. I got them together probably in 2019, and I haven't really done anything to market them since I got these editions together.
I'm gonna have to come up there and get them.
Number 2, number 3.
Because I think
number 3, that's good. So those were the 3 that were originally done by Wingnut Games in black and white, but they're much better in color, I think. And they hold up. People still like them. If you like fantasy and science fiction.
Did you have those at the East Bay Comic-Con?
I did not know. I just got these just now because I was just sort of getting the copyrights registered finally on those. So yeah, and this is my Epic Drain of Chaos. There's also a larger format edition of that available through Drive-Through Comics. It make larger format hardcovers of these all one day as well. But
all right, I have to come up.
Next one I'm going to put out will be volume 0 of all the stuff I used to do in the zine that I sort of cut out at some points. This was the last one I got to, number 5. There were a couple more issues. I was sort of halfway through a 6th one. And then I want to do my epic Pupil in Love, which will open the story. So, yeah, anyway, I'm quite happy with those editions now.
Well, I'm a much better fan of it now since I know that it's you and Tina.
Yes. It's funny that other people say it too. I think, sometimes when you understand a bit more about things, and you can.
We have a few comments here. Chris says, "You got my vote." I don't know what that was in reference to. Emma says, "I think that you won that one." I don't know what that refers to. She says, "A collector's item. I think I have that one."
Emma might have it. Yeah, okay, yes. Like my friends were good and bought it when it came out. Thank you, Emma, if you do.
Says, love that.
A friend of ours. Yeah, he bought 3. Okay, here's what I was doing for Goodman Games this week. You were asking about that.
Ooh, nice. So that's ink and wash.
Yes. And so it's a thief. He's grabbing a diamond from a pile. This was according to the brief. They wanted me, people being trapped under this slicer thing, like a farmer slicer, I suppose. I'm adding it to my list of difficult things to draw.
Yeah, there's a lot of perspective in that one. And,
yeah, there's some crazy things going on with perspective. I had some fun with it.
Now, did you wing it, or did you work out the vanishing points?
It's a bit of both.
Okay.
I sort of worked it out, and I was like, I did it a couple of times. That was hard. Then I just winged it, and then retrofitted it. It was a really hard thing to work out.
Amber would like to know about how long did that take to do from thumbnail to completion?
Well, it's hard to say. I work on the sketch, so I build the sketch up. I spent a good bit of time on the sketch. So I'd sort of give myself, okay, today I'm going to work on the sketch, and I'll get that done. And then another day I'll work on the inking. But I might be doing other things on as well, so I don't know.
Okay, but would you say that you put 20 hours into that?
No, probably not that much. No.
All right. 15 hours, 10 hours?
More like probably I don't know. I don't know if you add. It's really hard to say if you add it all up. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, sorry,
Probably
Amber. I did my best to narrow it down, but he's not.
I'd say probably about. Let's say about 8.
From start to finish, that's 8 hours.
I mean, if you sort of put it all together, I mean, 8 to maybe it was more than that. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. So somewhere between 8 and I don't know. Amber, I did my best, man. I'm sorry. And that's is that just drawing ink as the wash, or is that gray watercolor?
It's watercolor.
Okay.
And I always sort of debate a bit whether I'm adding the watercolor on these or if I'm just sort of keeping the black and white. And I do scan them in black and white because I also did this thing, which is the bottom of the page. Well, let's see, where's the best place to start? So you start there. I don't know, can you see that?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm probably going to use the version.
Oh, so that's kind of a margin. So that's just kind of margin drawings for a page of text.
Yeah, that's going on the bottom of every page, or like, every spread. So then
nice.
The other side of it as well.
They really should do a different one for every page. Go full Sergio Aragonés. Suggest that.
Anyway, that was pretty fun. I put a wash on it yesterday, and I'm sort of looking at it, and I'm like, I don't know if I think because it's going on the bottom of every page, and the interior ones I did all in black and white, so I might just keep with the black and white on that one.
Okay. Now, were you inking with a brush or a pen or both?
With a brush. Oh, inking. Inking was. I mean, I think you have to use a sort of mixture of tools, but that's quite small, so it was mostly the Pitt artist pen.
Pits, okay, and they're waterproof.
Brush to block in the blocks on the small one. On the bigger one, it was Pitt artist pen to rule out the grid to get like those sharp lines to make it look razor sharp.
And that's vellum surface Bristol.
No, and it's watercolor paper.
Oh, cold press or hot press?
It's hot pressed.
Okay, so it's in essence the same texture though as vellum Bristol, because you can't really get plate on a watercolor paper.
Well, wait, or is this cold press? Wait, what is that paper? Is that brown?
You have no idea the materials you use, do you?
Well, I tried different things, and then I like them. Yeah, it's the Strathmore. It's that brown, like pads.
Okay, so it's a pad of Strathmore watercolor paper.
Yes, and I don't know because it's not super textural like a cold press, but it's not like super flat like something like a really super hot press. So it's sort of in betweeny.
Okay. It's in between.
And without looking at it, I can't tell you exactly what it says. All right.
Now, when you set up the vanishing points, did you work out that drawing digitally and then print it onto the paper, or did you actually get the ruler and T-square out and work out the vanishing points?
Okay, so yes, again, I did some thumbnails of how I was doing. Like the brief was pretty specific in like, I showed last week the map that I drew, and so the size of the room, the size of the masher, the tripwire location that's in there, the door behind. So the location, I'm sort of taking that's given in the map and the description. And then they want them, they're coming in, they're tripping over the tripwire, there's piles of treasure around, they're greedy for the treasure, but they didn't mention like the master villain is also in this room, but I'd sort of drawn him on the map and he wasn't asked for in the brief. Mm-hmm. So I could have like focused more on the brief. They asked specifically about the slicer. being as I think it's more about the traps for this module. This is the module that's going with the traps book. So, the author described it, it's like 10 feet wide, 5 feet deep, and 40 feet across. So it sort of covers the whole lot. And there's a huge door. There's a 30-foot, 5-foot wide door that opens into this room. That I've sort of got the end. It's like someone's just opening that door. There's a little hobbit coming in looking all exhausted.
Now, is that a gelatinous cube? Or is that a door?
No, it's just a sort of carved space. And then what's falling down is a sort of slicing masher thing. Yeah, so he's reaching forward. There's a diamond in the foreground. Again, I use my pit artist pen to rule that, to give it sort of hard edges.
Did you
But he's in quite sharp perspective himself with his foot receding there.
Did you pose yourself?
Or I hate producers there, but if we're showing some art, I don't know if that's better to do it like this. I don't know.
For that figure, to get that perspective, did you shoot any reference? Did you pose, or did Sam or Tina pose so that you could work out the perspective?
Well, I sort of thought about probably was more these sort of figures in the background and the one tripping over the wire, but I didn't really, but then I thought more about some of the person grabbing the treasure, and I'd sort of drawn them. They were sort of a little smaller, and then I realized that they were actually going to be the main figure. And then I realized that, you needed the hand needed to be really sort of reaching forward like that. Yeah. So it was sort of developed a bit like that. And then I thought, then I can do this sort of weird extreme perspective on the figure too.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing this weird perspective there. So it's there. So it's like, it's sort of distorted. So it's measured, but it's also exaggerated and distorted. So it's not exactly right. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Otherwise, I don't know. There's probably, it's more like, this is the element. I want the treasure there, big in the front. He's reaching, he's grabbing the treasure. In this moment, the person's tripped over that light. I think he got in there first. Missed the tripwire, went for the treasure. Then the others have come bumbling in behind him as he's stuffing the treasure in, and tripped over it and triggered it. And now he's just grabbing that last diamond. Maybe he's going to get out of there, or maybe not.
Yeah, he's going to be Julianne. That's an awesome piece of work. And it's amazing that, you and I are both print technology nerds. The fact that you can scan that and they can reproduce it in halftone for a game book, because the old game books were just black and white only.
Well, some of them, at some point they would have more halftone illustrations in them.
Yeah.
But
the artwork in the original Dungeons and Dragons book, they weren't on the same level of Mad Magazine. That illustration you have there, that's something you would have expected in Mad, not in a game book.
All right, but we had a call with the Goodman Games artists last night, which the art director Matt Hildebrand organizes about once a month, and there's so many great, amazing artists there. They're also great, and I'm in great company with those guys.
And you've shown them. But you compare the artists that you have shown from Goodman Games to what I remember coming out in the D&D creature guides in the 70s. The artwork's head and shoulders above that now.
Yes, I think the work that these guys at Goodman Games, and some of the artists that are doing work for Goodman Games are also those guys who did those original illustrations.
Yeah, but
they were just kids with like very little training at that point when they did a lot of those.
Yeah, but we're talking about an additional 40 years of training and practice. It shows.
Yeah. So there's some good work there. So that's so I'm always very excited and honoured to be a part of that process. And the Grimtooth Traps, which this latest book is, that's a series that's been around for a while, and I've always sort of wanted to work on it because they've got a sort of Heath Robinson element, so it's got a good overlap with what I was sort of doing in the Search and Find books. Search and Find books were a bit crazy with all the people. With Goodman Games, I sort of like doing the maps. Some people, just don't want to have to be absolutely packed full of people all the time.
Well, you talked last week. I don't remember if it was online here or if we talked privately. Have you thought about combining the two, the maps and the search and find? Because there was elements of that in one of your books that shall not be named that I really
about my book
enjoyed.
with the pickles. Yes,
Yeah,
it could be. It could be named.
it can be named. Can I show the stuffed animal that I bought from you?
Yeah, sure.
I can't reach it. It's somewhere. It's across the room. My ass is glued to the chair. Next week for show and tell.
Yes.
But that's amazing work, Chuck. I like when I go into a game store now. I mean, the art is just so amazing, and you can tell usually if it's digital or analog, and the quality of the cartoons for the humorous games, it's up there too. I'm not counting Exploding Kittens because
well, there's a lot of interesting
that
original
art
cool
is not the greatest.
Right, we put them out of the way because things have a bit of a tendency to get splashed. All right. All right. Well, I better not delay anymore and get on with the
You gonna
next
do
side
another?
because otherwise we're going to run out of time.
How about doing a canvas without any reference, Chuck?
Like, well, okay. Well,
Yeah, come on. You know, I'm just going to nag you over and over again until you do it.
I don't know. What do the viewers think?
We don't pay attention to the viewers. I don't even know if we have any viewers at the moment. Our last comment was from Amber, and that was 11 minutes ago.
Okay.
Our viewers have abandoned us.
You guys went on quite long about that Goodman Games picture. It was very good, but
Yeah. Okay. There's too much detail on that. Yeah. Okay.
you know, I think maybe that about 5 to 10 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe a bit much.
Well,
all right. Well,
you're going to have to jump in, Chuck. And also tell, Sam, you're going to have to jump in, but also tell your dad to be able to answer questions. How long did it take? Oh, 7 hours. We spent 5 minutes trying to figure out how long it took to do that illustration.
well, it's hard to say because it's not like I sort of sit and do it in one long session, and I might do a bit of that and a bit of the other thing.
You need a time clock.
Oh yes, I'll get a clock.
That was
I'm not
something
sure
that I
about
did
doing
learn.
something completely made up idea.
That was something I did learn when
Oh,
Sergio Aragonés about how he did these huge crowd scenes, and he would work on other things, and they'd spend an hour on the crowd scene, go work on something else, come back and work on the crowd scene. And I learned that from you too, coming up and watching you work on the kids' books.
Yeah.
all right, Dale. Are we gonna go voice only mode?
Yeah, give me a sec. I'll turn off the camera.
Yeah.
All right. I am now the disembodied voice of Dale.
All right.
Oh, the camera's
Are we
off.
ready?
We can get the stuffed pickle.
All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
I am.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Start.
All right. Let me have a think about this. All right. Yeah. All right. Oh.
Even though the camera's off, I want to make sure I'm wearing pants before I stand up.
Yeah, please wear pants when you're doing the show, Dale.
I'm sorry?
Please wear pants when you're doing the show.
Hey, this isn't my first video chat. Actually, I don't need the pants right now because the camera's off.
There might be
I
some
have to
drilling
wear-
going on.
I
By
have
the
to
way.
wear clothes today. I have to do grown-up stuff after this.
You have to do grown-up stuff.
Yeah.
What
Guns.
does that
Lots
mean?
of guns. I gotta go get guns. My life rotates around guns.
Oh yeah, you're still getting guns.
Oh, I'm going to be working with guns for months. I'm becoming very familiar with a gun store. It's fun. None of them will ever be shot again. All the calibers for these guns are obsolete. I'll be picking up a gun that was made in 1923 today.
A gun that was made in 1923.
Yep. Yeah. So just a message to the oldsters out there. If you have a lot of guns, get rid of them now so that your heirs, when you kick off, don't have to deal with them. Save the toys, get rid of the guns. There's more money in the toys. I hear something moving around. Is that whiskey?
I think it's the dog.
Yeah. Excuse me. Don't forget her eyebrows.
She's got like shaved eyebrows here.
Yeah. Do you want to put a shadow below her lower lip?
All right, now to do some color.
You don't want to use the big black marker to put in any spot blacks?
Well, okay, yes, actually, I do. But I'm not going to do much more than that right now.
Okay. I hope you're going to use red because that's the obvious color for this.
Well, I don't have any red put out, actually. I've got some other ideas. Don't worry about it.
I won't worry about it.
But yeah, I guess I'm just sticking with the colors. What am I looking for? Here we go. Right. Well, now you made me worried because probably actually you're right.
I am right.
But I put this orange out earlier, but it's not really what I want to use right now.
Do whatever you want.
Well, you know what? I'm going to use those because I've got my coloured markers as well. So wait,
yeah, use the coloured markers. Don't do any rag. Let's see what the markers do.
Oh yeah, no, I'm doing a bit of ragging first.
Okay.
This is just for the backgroundy. But yeah, maybe I do want something more. Well, yeah, they're going to come in on top of that. Where are they? Use this one yet?
Remember to test it off to the side.
No time for that. Ooh, splashy. All right. What's now? Right.
I want to remind you, you're at 9 minutes and 35 seconds.
All right. Sounds good. Hang on. Okay, here.
Don't forget you have that white pen to pop some highlights in.
Yeah. That comes towards the end a little bit. Right, there's my flat brush. Righty. Okay.
What's that noise?
Oh, it's the mice.
Yeah. Want to borrow Huey?
This work cut out for him.
Yeah. That's just. It'll take him about a day.
These mice are very well trained. They're building a whole little thing out there. How are we doing for Timeo there?
6 minutes and 45 seconds.
All right. Well. Well, I'm quite enjoying doing this one, but I'm a little bit more like, what the hell am I doing? I don't. You know, it's a reference. You're like, okay, I put that bit there and that thing there, and you're making it up. You're like, well, I could do this or I could do that.
I'm keeping my mouth shut deliberately because sometimes you complain that I'm giving you too much hell.
Yeah, okay, you want to give me hell.
Now, where's her ear? Her ear really isn't standing out.
Yeah, I think I did the shadow on the face a bit wrong there. I should have done it on the other side, but all right.
Yeah. Well, you could bring that back with the white pen.
Yeah, I'm probably going to. I'm looking at the time. Oops. You can also bring it back with a big glob of white paint. But all right, I probably should have left it, but all right, we'll see.
Well, you'll have to try to reproduce this using the large canvas.
Yeah, all right. Well, maybe I will do that. Yeah, all right. No, I'm learning a few things.
You'll do a different subject, but this is different in that you're not using reference on this one, and so you're spending some more time on figuring out what you're drawing.
Yeah. You know, but in the amount of time we have, we just got to commit to something. I mean, normally my process would be like, if I'm making something up, I tend to would do it more. Well, I might draw it in pen a lot of the times, but I'd never it's never going to be okay. I'm just doubling down on what I did wrong there. Hang on. Okay, so I got to stop talking and drawing.
Okay, don't talk anymore. I'll talk for you. It's 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. So if I was Chuck talking about this, I would say, wow, Dale's so incredibly great with all his suggestions. And he's always right about art supplies and what I should be drawing.
Yeah, well,
Shut up.
probably right. Yeah.
You're not supposed to talk.
Yes.
Draw and paint.
You should just mute me, and
Yeah.
then Dale should commentate.
Yeah, Sam, mute your dad. Or mute
Then
Chuck.
That's good, because then I want to talk, and then you can't hear me. So.
Well, you're not going to be talking during the art battle.
Well, I am. I'm going to be muttering away to myself, but no one's going to be able to hear me.
Ooh, we should gag you. That would look cool if you were like completely ball gagged during the art battle.
Ball gag.
I think a ball gag would work. I think that would look awesome. Tina could lead you to the stage on a leash. You'd have a ball gag and a Bob Ross wig. And she'd put you up there. And she put the leash, she'd attach it to the easel. I think that would be a great look for this. You have 1 minute and 49 seconds.
Oh, wait, okay. Just
yeah, pull out the white pen and dot some highlights in. One minute and 25 seconds. One minute and 9 seconds.
Oh, myself.
$50 seconds.
50 seconds.
49.
Shit.
40 seconds.
I want some splatter. All right.
21 seconds. You're going to have to use a bigger brush if you're going to splatter on the larger size.
Yeah, that'll make too much of a mess.
Yeah. 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Brushes down. The thing is, you should have put some time at the end to do the signature, because the signature is the flourish at the end.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so are you
maybe if I'm signing that one? I mean, sometimes I don't sign them if they're not like.
Are
quite
you
good?
happy?
I can see how I feel better in a minute.
Are you happier doing this without reference than you are?
It was sort of slightly fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Not to get overly enthusiastic.
Don't forget the fart, Sam.
Oh, I thought we didn't like that.
Well, you started a tradition. You got to do it now.
What? No.
Thank you. Bring the camera back on.
Well, that didn't cover in case I fart, so that might happen.
I also have here. Wait, let me show you all the sound effects I've collected. We've got. Okay. Let's get another clap.
This one's called Hello.
Okay.
And then we've got our. Oh yeah, I forgot it. We got the knockoff Jaws sound effects.
Do you have the Bill?
Oh, the
Sam,
Wilhelm
do you have
scream.
the
I do not
Wilhelm
have.
scream.
I don't, but I should.
You have to have the Wilhelm scream. Yeah.
Okay. I also.
You know about the Wilhelm. Oh
I
yeah,
do know about the.
You need the
I don't know if
Wilhelm
they'll probably
scream,
won't approve of that
and
noise.
you need Vincent Price laughing.
We have a listening. We have. I should be doing that at the beginning of every drawing.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, we need that.
Amber is saying those sound effects are very loud. Amber's still
they're very
here.
loud.
Amber, what do you think?
Is there a way to turn them down?
Amber, should Chuck be using photo reference, or should he be just winging it like he did with this one? I'm saying he should be winging it. What's Amber's opinion?
Well, do we have? I've got to get out a large canvas.
Okay. And are you gonna wing it?
Send us your opinions, but I think now's a quick time for a quick video.
Sure.
Lost Loser, maybe from Charm World. Is that you have that in the repertoire there?
Amber disagrees with me. She likes the photo reference, so I'm going to completely ignore her.
La 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 la, la la
All right.
We're back. I do like that song. It's growing on me.
It definitely, yeah, it's so great. As soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, that's so perfect. It was a very serendipitous night at the Knockout SF, where I'd gone along to see Supersonic Symbiotic, which is Artemis, who wrote the song Disney Jail. And
No,
she
I
and I had an exhibit together through San Francisco Arts Band at the local coffee shop. So I went to see her band, and then it turned out that my neighbour, Mark Gordon, was there, himself a musician. He also has a track on the album, as does Artemis. And yeah, so they were playing. So that was sort of serendipitous. And then, I heard that song. It was like very perfect. And also there was Teresa Moore, who introduced me to Hernan. Just by coincidence, she was someone else that I'd met, and a few other people. So yeah, that was about a year ago, or just over a year ago, I would say. That led to really, I just was starting to think about the album. I'd sort of been talking with Chris about it, and Isaac from the Seagulls, like Isaac, because I'd been doing some stuff with the Seagulls music. And but then Isaac was also very into like some of the things that I was into, like the fantasy and science fiction ideas. So he is Astro Kitty in the Urfspace 5, and that's our cartoon band.
Amber says she is listening to you guys and scanning old sketchbooks for her Patreon. You realize, Chuck, that our show is now something people put on in the background so that they feel warm and fuzzy while they're working.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's all one can ever hope to be.
We're here to be safe, entertaining, like Bob Ross.
Yes. Yeah, we're safe entertainment.
This is the post-pandemic Bob Ross show.
Somewhat safe. Under advisement. Could we have some sort of advisory warning that we can put up from time to time? Things that we need to show. Advisory warnings. Like back after this video, or like here's the video, like the title. We need to put the title up while the video's going.
Okay, I want to tell you something. If we're going to do another 20-minute, we better start it.
Okay. Yes. All right. One more.
Yeah, one more.
Unto the breach, dear friends, once more. I don't really know that one.
Okay, and I think.
So shaken as we are, so one find we a time for frighted peace to pant.
Oh, wow, you know the quote.
That's the opening of Henry IV Part 1. I had to do that one. All right, what am I doing? Oh my God, I'm doing a big one without any reference.
Yeah.
Can you see it all right? Is it
I think Sam needs to switch which is the larger video.
Yes, I think switch us to...
Thank you, Sam.
No, it's the framing, though. Like, use one of the other framings, like the...
The vertical?
Hang on. Like this. That one, yeah. But
okay.
Wait, this one. There we go.
Yeah.
I will get it censored.
You got to move the camera a little.
Right, but I'm also going to be in the way a little, so... Right, this is a little high. I can come down a bit.
Man, that T-shirt is tight, Chuck.
Is
it cold in the garage?
Oh. Well, I don't know about that. All right. I have no idea what I'm doing here. What the hell? Okay. I mean, the thing is that...
Put that... Okay, you need to steady yourself in the easel by having your arm up like that.
I kind of do. I'm sorry about it.
Could you use a stool instead? Like have a stool on your left side?
I'm just not sure that I'm going to have a stool there. And you keep going on about battlefield conditions.
All right. Put your arm up.
I mean, also the thing is I also want to come and be on this side of it as well. That's the other problem. Can I put the camera over here? Maybe that works better.
All right.
reaches though.
Remember, half of the fun of the art battles, people are going to watch you draw and paint.
That's probably better, huh?
Yeah. Oh, that's amazingly better.
Okay.
Say when.
Are you ready? Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Start.
Oh God, what the hell?
It's funny that Amber's saying that she's scanning old sketchbooks and you have to scan that drawing for Goodman Games. I go out. I don't see flatbed scanners for sale anymore. I guess you just have to order them off Amazon. I don't even own a flatbed scanner anymore. I'm going to turn off my camera, Sam. Amber was listening in. She said she went to Micro Center. They literally only had 3 to choose from. Yeah, Amber, I remember, I think it was Tom Luth who was talking about where do you get large art scanners anymore to scan things that are 11 by 17. And I think they're expensive now too, because the market for them has shrunk. But at least you have a Micro Center. We don't have. We had one in Santa Clara near San Jose, but that closed a number of years ago. And then with all the Fry's gone, we have Best Buy, and then we have Computer Central. But Computer Central, as far as I know, doesn't have flatbed scanners.
It's probably reaching its limit here. I'm gonna. What was coloured out? Right. All right, paint time. I think. Wait.
You're at 16 minutes and 30 seconds. I didn't really go to Micro Center, Amber. Fry's was normally our go-to. But then, of course, Fry's went into a long, slow death.
I didn't clean my water in between. It's a bit dirty. All right.
Right. Amber, did you hear that Mile High Comics, their land got rezoned?
All right.
So they now have to pay more for property tax. They're hoping their customers will come in more to help make up for that. Actually, it might have been you that sent me that story. Emma says you're getting good at this, and posted a little emoji of an arm flexing a muscle.
I'm getting into difficulties on this side because I'm too far away from everything.
Stuff closer.
Oh, I don't have a proper rag that's big enough for this thing.
Remember, battle conditions, you would have this right next to you.
I know. Well,
what do I tell you over and over again?
I've got into trouble. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, I know. Markers.
Always listen to me.
I was going to do that more purpley. Wait, what am I doing? Right, yeah.
You're also a little bit off camera.
Sorry, everything's...
That's all right. That's better. What are you going to do for lunch, Chuck?
I'm going to write out I hate Dale 100 times.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. No, I thank you. I love Dale for keeping me inspired and motivated.
Yeah. That eventually you'll wise up and just kick me off the show.
Yeah, if I go in Art Battle, I guess I'll just have to buy a whole fresh set of markers.
Oh, yeah.
Have them primed.
Well, you can buy the markers that you can fill yourself.
What's that?
You can buy markers that you fill yourself.
Too far away. Yeah. Where am I at for the time? The timey-wimey.
And 15 seconds. I'm really upset because my grocery store doesn't stock SpaghettiOs, so I have to get the mini raviolis. It's just not the same.
Mini raviolis?
Yeah, mini ravioli. It's not the same. I like the SpaghettiOs. You know when you're...
I haven't eaten them for a long time. I did quite like them at one point.
You know that you're making it as an artist when you can move up from top ramen to SpaghettiOs. SpaghettiOs taste of economic victory.
Exactly. Look after the pennies, and the pounds will look after themselves.
Okay. Why do they still call them pounds if you went to a decimal base 10? Why didn't they change the name of that as well?
Oh, yeah, that's new money. Well, that's for people of my parents' generation to complain about new money. No, well, they're young enough to have accepted new money. But, I was born in the era of new money, but that's like a shilling became 5p. That's the main thing that I was told that I needed to remember. So in case anybody said it would cost me a shilling, that meant 5p, a 5p piece, which was like your pocket money as a kid. But like, you know, then people my parents' generation would be like, "You're getting a whole shilling for your pocket money."
No, we're you know, it's kind of weird though, because we've had decimal money here in the United States, but we don't have the metric system. Our money really should be based on 12, like a ruler.
Is that helpful? I mean, what is the alien overlord's got 12 fingers? Is that why?
I don't. Well, I I don't really even understand why 10, because yeah, we have 10 fingers, we have 10 toes, but we also have other things protruding from our body.
Yeah, well, generally speaking, people don't want to be like waving them about in public. Like if I've got to count to 11,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I can
Not
count to
really,
10
it's
and a
probably
half.
worth it just to be able to do everything in base 11.
Okay,
Base
9 minutes.
All right.
You've got some areas okay, you've got some areas on that painting that are just big flat blocks of color. I don't know if you want to go in with the
Yeah,
pen.
that's what I'm doing now. I'm adding like
Okay,
a half tone.
I'll shut up.
But maybe I like the half.
Oh, that was Tina's saying you're having a trellis installed. Ooh.
Gina makes it sound very fancy.
You-
It's the mice.
Well, your house is a showcase. I mean, if you don't count the man cave of the garage and the playpen of the studio. Amber's saying she loves us. Keep the flat blocks of color.
Okay, thank you, Amber.
Well, I'm gonna have to disagree with
It's good to have.
Amber.
This is what I mean about hearing a diversity of voices. You know, Amber's one of those voices we need to hear more of in the media. That's what I'm always saying.
Amber does have a mellifluous voice. Wait, are you talking about how Amber sounds or what she actually says?
Last it, I forgot. I was going to draw Amber. Amber posted a picture of her high school graduation picture of her with the guitar.
I saw that.
Thought I might try drawing that.
Oh my God. She's such a babe. Well, she still is. But that high school graduation picture made me want to go out and buy a van.
It was very Peace, Paul, and Mary. You looked like she was going to sing a song.
She looked like she should have been in an after-school special. Something about hitchhiking.
I would watch that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, hitchhiking.
Yeah, it's a guide for teen girls to get picked up by a pervert driver, and then how to kill them and dispose of the body. I don't want to mess with Amber. Amber's a mom.
Well, that would be the title. Don't mess with Amber.
Yeah, that'd be the title. Don't mess with Amber. It'd be a grindhouse film. No, being a mom has toughened her up.
Yeah, well, she starts out all like, you know, Peter, Paul, and Mary. And by the end, she's all like Furiosa.
We're embarrassing her. Amber's awesome. Don't forget to see your Philo show tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific. Come in and suggest some crazy stuff for the strip to really make her work at it.
How long have I got here? Hang on.
You've got 5 minutes and 15 seconds.
Oh god, that's ages. Oh my god. Oh no. Okay, now I have to do something exciting.
Don't forget you have those white pens. And also, you remember you could go back in maybe with the black, add a few details.
I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something completely different.
Oh God.
I don't know. Let's see what other colours have I got.
Use the white pen. Use the black pen.
What other colours haven't I used yet? There's no purple.
Oh, and do put some attention to that sleeve where she's saluting.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Emma says she loves the color combo, and she spelled color with a C-O-L-U-R. She threw in the U. That's so we're talking the metric color.
Yeah. Okay. This is either gonna kill it or make it amazing.
Yeah. Now I want lunch. Are you putting in a rim light?
Yeah.
It should be a lighter color. The problem is your rim light is the same value in some cases as your base color.
Yeah. Well, you're right there.
I know I'm right.
It's just a little. I just want a little hint of something.
Okay.
In.
Hint away.
Oh no! What the hell happened there? Oh shit!
What?
This green's a bit sloppy. Fuck. All right.
Okay. You got to experiment with your materials.
Emergency. This is emergency.
You know, because it is a canvas, I wonder how like really big crayons would work.
All right, that's a bit of a disaster. I knew that. Okay.
Well, time to make the disasters. Oh wow, you got it on the face.
Yeah, I got a big splodge of green, or I didn't want a big splodge of green.
Yeah, well, it happens. 2 minutes, 40 seconds.
Can it be true? After literally hours of ceaseless searching, I have discovered a nugget of purest green.
Pure green. I love that episode. I assume that everyone in our audience would get a Blackadder reference.
Well, I don't know if Chris is still there. He's probably went back to sleep at this point.
I love Blackadder.
He probably, I don't know if he'd have watched it. We watched The Mighty Boosh last night, and he liked that.
My mom likes rewatching as time goes by.
Oh yeah, that's decent.
I love that show because, oh God, I can't remember the names of the actors, but the actress played
Jeffrey
M.
Palmer.
I'm sorry?
Jeffrey Palmer.
Jeffrey Palmer, and what was the name of the actress? Who
isn't that Judi Dench?
Judi Dench. Judi Dench played M in the Bond movies.
Yeah.
And she was great. And then there was one of the Bond openings where he had to destroy a terrorist arms market. And Judi Dench is M, and Jeffrey Palmer played an admiral. And they're watching Bond on the big screen. And all I could think of was the two of them and as time goes by. I have no doubt that Judi Dench probably asked Jeffrey Palmer, "Hey, do you want to be in a Bond movie?"
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it was like I think that show was quite popular because it seemed to run for a long time, and I mean, it seemed to be on here for a long
30
time.
seconds. It's really charming.
Wait, did you just say 15 seconds?
23 seconds.
Wait,
21
what?
seconds. 20 seconds.
Shit.
19 seconds.
Wait, oh shit. Okay.
15 seconds. 12 seconds. 9 seconds. 7 seconds. 4 seconds. 2, 1, 0. Brush it down. Okay.
Wait, you won't keep me up with it. You were distracting me with all this shit.
Hey, you're going to be distracted by the people in the audience. Toughen up. Put the brush down.
I got some more. I need more time.
Tough.
I sort of lost it. I don't know. I tried a different direction. I was pretty happy with the face.
Okay.
Then I didn't really know what I was doing next, and I was sort of oscillating between one thing and another. And I sort of ended up going with what I was a bit familiar, but I think the other choices were better than the previous one. All right.
Well, you did something different today, and you did something different with the materials. So even if you didn't get something that you think is helpful, at least you eliminated some things.
No, actually, it did teach me something that I'd sort of slightly forgotten for the time being. Was that I need to do it more. Like, I mean, I should do it with reference, but I should do it more like rather than being slavish to the reference. I should do it more like what I'm going to do, and then use the reference for like a detail or like something like a costume idea and some pose idea sort of thing.
Which is what I suggested last week. I did. Roll the tape.
Look, she probably looks better if you go up and you look at her face from the angle I'm drawing it at as well. There's also the way I've got no ability to sort of really step back. I didn't have any idea what pose.
Okay, I told you, if you don't have the ability to step back, get a reducing lens.
You do. That's about right.
Call up flat.
It's like the, you have to see it at the angle, and it looks right.
If you think you're going to need to step back on stage, then you need to get a reducing lens. Or do you remember those peepholes that they would have in doors that you look through to see who's on the other side of a door? That's what the guys who used to use billboards would.
What it is she's like standing there like this, and like Dale's like yapping at her, and she's like doing this.
Yeah. You don't listen to me at all. Yeah. I have no idea why I get up in the morning at the ungodly hour of 9:30 to like help you with this.
I need a list of things that I need to. Okay, I do really need to spend the rest of the day. I don't have anything I'm doing today. I'll spend the rest of today getting better set up. Also, I had a bit of a mix up this week because of the Roxy Roller radio show, which involved me like disassembling the studio for a minute and moving it over there. But all right, okay. Look, there's some things that I was happy with the face. Yeah, I was like, yes, there's some different things. Anyway, thanks so much. Are we out of time today?
Yeah.
All right, so that's the show. All right, yeah. So let's have the end tune. If the producer's still there, he might have fallen asleep. I think he's only.
I almost fell asleep.
I think he clocks off right on time. Are you there,
Sam? We're gonna be stuck here for days.
Yeah, I think. It's okay. Did you put anything in the chat?
No.
All right, I'm gonna play the production. All right, okay. I'm gonna play the video here. All right, thanks everybody. Thanks so much for checking it out. We'll be back
guys.
Again.
Bye, Amber.
Next week.
Bye, Emma.
by Emma, by Amber. Check out Amber's show, Philo, at 6 p.m. tonight. Charm World have shows coming up. Thank you, Bruce, for checking in, letting me play your music. There's the producer.
I did not realize my thing was like unticked. I've been
okay.
talking for a long time.
Hi, Tina.
Bye, everyone.
Okay. I'm going to put this on.
Song for Chuck Whelon showy. He asked me to write one, but I stole from David Bowie. Here's a theme song. Chuck Whelon is the best. We have lots of hosts, but we're running out of gas. Will you be our guest on? Will you be our guest on? Beyond the Chuck Whelon Show.